When you receive salvation, it is not immediately removing strongholds or the things that torment you or your insecurities or your hurt or your doubt or your financial struggles or your emotional struggles. It's not an immediate thing. There's a saying that says that you could take the girl out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the girl. Salvation says that your Egypt is no longer your residence, right? But it's a mentality too. When you've been stuck in your Egypt too long, there needs to be a mentality change. You need to go through a physical reckoning because everything that you've known for so long is embedded in you. And even though you've been removed from your Egypt in your salvation, God is removing you from your Egypt and moving you into the next page, into the process to get to your promised land. When you have been stuck in Egypt so long, Egypt is comfortable. When the Israelites were in Egypt, when they were building things, they would use mud, and oftentimes they would put straw inside of the mud to stabilize it so that they could make bricks. They had these big carrying baskets that they would use for transporting things. They had yokes or poles that they carried across their shoulders to carry heavy loads. They also did field labor. And you guys stay with me. This is all necessary. I'm giving you the build up. Just stay with me, flow with me. They also did field labor, which was planting things and things of that nature. And they also dug canals that were essential for Egypt's agriculture. When you are walking your journey of salvation, on your way to where God has for you, on your way to your promised land, on your way to your identity in Him, on your way to your purpose in Him, on your way to joy, on your way to everything that you have prayed for that's within God's will. When you are on your way to that, because sometimes we could ask for something and we're not prepared for the blessing. Sometimes God has to walk us through the journey to prepare us for the blessing that He's trying to give to us. Because if He gives it to us now, we'll squander it. We won't appreciate it. We'll mishandle it. And He knows that. But on your way there, just like the Israelites had the mud, He has to remove the mud that you have created, the bricks to the walls that you use to guard yourself. On your journey, He has to remove every trauma that you carry in your figurative baskets, every trauma that you have carried and never released. On your way to your promised land, He has to get those yokes that you've been carrying, those heavy loads that you've had on your shoulders, that you've been carrying across your shoulders, weighing your neck down, weighing your spirit down. For every weight you've carried, the weight of resentment, the weight of anger, the weight of unforgiveness, the weight of everything that you have held on to, He has to help you remove that on your journey. Like I told you, field laborers, they did planting, they did harvesting. God has on your journey, He's going to help you to remove every seed that has been dropped in your ground that bears no fruit. Every I love you that crushed you. Every relationship that you invested in that spoke death into you instead of life. The Israelites, they dug canals that were essential, right? How many people have you built canals for? You have set ways for. You have opened doors for. And they spit in your face. How many times? God has to rid you of all of that you've been carrying on your journey. In Exodus 1:14, it says they made their lives bitter with hard labor. Salvation is the opening, you guys. Just like with Moses' obedience, it provided the opening for the escape from Egypt. Your obedience is key. Your obedience is what will keep you on your path and to help you turn away from Egypt. Salvation does not make things easier. If anything, it gives you more work to do because the enemy sees it and the enemy ain't happy with it. And just like Pharaoh released the children of Israel and they were on their way to their promised land, what did he do? I don't like that. What did I do? Let me round up my chariots and we about to go. We're going back. The enemy will chase after you. The enemy will chase after you. Why do you need the promised land? I don't want you to see the promised land. But salvation is an awareness that the life that you were living was not of God. It's not beneficial work. Salvation helps you to remove yourself from your Egypt. In Exodus 1:19, it states, Moses took the bones of Joseph with him. The bones. You guys, Jesus. He took the bones of Joseph with him. Joseph trusted in what God would do. And in his faith, he asked for them, the people of Israel, to carry his bones out of Egypt with them. That was 400 plus years before. But he knew how good God was. That is immeasurable faith, you guys. We need immeasurable faith, you guys, that even though we can't see the promised land, we can't even see the beginnings of the promised land. But Lord, I trust you for my now. I am in Egypt and it's hard, God. And I don't see my way out. I don't know how to dig my way out. I don't know how to dig my way out of alcoholism. I don't know how to dig my way out of pornography. I don't know how to dig myself out of prostitution. But Lord, I'm believing you to carry my bones out of Egypt. We need that faith. It's to remind you that you're in your salvation, that you are carrying the bones of the prayers and the declarations poured into you and over you. It is to help you to drop your bondage and enter in cleanliness of who God created you to be. It is to help you to learn and to be a new creation in Christ. Exodus 13:21 says, and the Lord went before them by day and in a pillar of cloud to lead the way, and by night in a pillar of fire by day and night. God stays with you through your exodus because, like I told you, the enemy is coming. Guaranteed the enemy is coming. But you don't have to worry. You do not have to worry. No matter how thick it gets, God is with you. The road ain't pretty. It ain't pretty, y'all. It's got rocks, it's got potholes, it's got vipers, it's got lions, it's got bears. But to the faithful, to those that are obedient, to those that stay the course, the lions' mouths will remain closed, you guys. And the might to come face to face with your bears and kill them will be possible. When Pharaoh and the army approached in Exodus 14:10 through 11, the children of Israel got scared. They asked Moses, since there were no graves in Egypt, did you really bring us out just so that we could die in the wilderness? That's what they asked. Even though they had seen the miracles, they still doubted. They still let fear dictate their course. The things that will come up on your journey can make you question. It can make you say, I didn't deal with this when I was doing my own thing. I didn't have these type of problems when I was doing me. I accept salvation and now I got all of this. It could have you saying, well, Egypt wasn't that bad. It could even have you romanticizing your sin and scoring your deliverance, y'all. But your promised land, your peace, your joy, your clarity is close. God covers from the clouds above and the fire in your belly that is lighting the path in your darkest moments. Don't go back. God's promises that he has over your life are worth every emotional mile, every roadblock, every hurdle. It is worth it. God never leaves his people. So don't leave him.